What is going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I know I am. We have some major life updates, some major life news coming in. Very good stuff. Also, one of my biggest collection pickups ever right here. Okay, it's not that crazy, but at the same time, for me, this is something that I've been searching for a very long time. And I'll go more into that in a little bit. But first off, I want to say, I don't talk about this a whole lot because I don't really want to influence people on something that I'm actively investing in that may or may not pan out. But today, I would just rather lead by example. Today, that investment has panned out, has started to pan out. The company that I have put all of our life savings into, and this has happened years ago, right? 3 years ago, I put everything that I had accumulated through high school, college, out of college, saving, all of my money I put into this one company. And it did not pan out well in the beginning. The company is called QuantumScape. They're a pre-revenue company developing a solid state battery. They are big time backed by Volkswagen, which is the #1 automotive OEM in the world. And today, they secured a partnership with PowerCo to supply solid-state batteries down the road when they hit commercialization, which people think they'll commercialize around 2025, which is right around the corner. Now, that may be the tail end of 2025, but regardless, news impacts stocks, prices jump. Today, that price jumped about 25%. And it's in a much better position now than it was before. Right now, it's been validated. It has a good foundation to stand on. I'm really excited about that. Also, you guys can imagine the last, I know it's only been 2 weeks since I had, a big pickup or a mail day video. So I haven't really even been saving my money and like stopped buying all things Pokemon for that long. And already I've kind of relapsed and I picked something up that I probably shouldn't have. But I picked it up anyways. But this is amazing news, guys. I sold my jewelry last week. I've been saving all my money. I've been considering selling my cars, moving money around. And this was just an amazing thing to wake up to this morning, to see that stock price move that much and my account go up so much, and to realize that everything might be happening at the exact perfect moment. For the channel, for me, for my collection goals, for my family, for the home hunting adventure that we're going on right now. If this stock continues to grow into 2025, 2026, this thing could seriously put our family in a totally different position financially that would allow us to really breathe and have a more comfortable quality of life. So, not trying to sound braggy. It's not a flex by any means. I'm not going to say how much I have in the position or where it's at now, but this has been something that I invested in because I believed in it. I believed that we need a solid state battery. I believe that we need something better than lithium ion technology. Anyways, that's not what this is about. I'm just really excited, guys. That was just something that really put a pep in my step this morning and made me super optimistic towards the future. A lot of things to me are uncertain when it comes to this country and the economy and elections coming up, and especially with luxury items like trading cards. But seeing that position grow this morning and the news being dropped, it's such a big deal. My family knows that I put everything I had into this company. And then I switched into YouTube and Pokemon card collecting and running the bar. And I've been doing that full time ever since. But, I work really, really hard. And it would be nice if something panned out that I invested in, for once. Nothing like this has ever happened. I've never seen something quite like this, seen it grow like this. And this is also a reason why I've talked about maybe selling your collection, selling your cards. Right now, the market is up right now. People are still pumping stuff right now. Right now, Twilight Masquerade is getting pumped right now. And I honestly think it's a pump because the set just came out. It's kind of like Temporal Forces 2.0, I think. I think a lot of people hyped into Temporal Forces, myself included. And now it's happening with Twilight Masquerade. I'd still want a couple boxes. I do like Twilight. Someone had just asked me about the stream last night, what I thought about Twilight Masquerade, and I told it to you straight. I think it's a great set. I think it's a worthy investment. I do think that the numbers are right, and the Greninja EX is going to carry that set into the future, but by no means do I think it's going to be, that it's like a huge chase set. So it'll be interesting to see if the hype dies down and the FOMO dies down and we see prices kind of come back down to earth for the EV illustration rare, which I think will come back down to earth. I think it's gonna have this pop, it's gonna have hype, and then the pops are gonna increase, it's gonna come back down to earth. But anyways, not talking about that. That is for another day, another video. Today, we celebrate this beauty right here. I have wanted this for such a long time. Those of you that are new to the channel, I have loved collecting theme decks ever since I came back into Pokemon cards. It's the thing that kind of drew me back into the hobby. And I just like them. I like how they feel. I like how they display. I like flipping them. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like books on a bookshelf. I like how they store and stack. I like the weight and feel. I like the artwork. This one's a very popular Sabrina theme deck, but that's not, again, what we're talking about today. We are talking about, in my opinion, the most prolific theme deck ever made. And here we go. I'm going to open this guys up for you. They were really awesome to send this in this case to make sure that everything was totally protected. And I am really excited to unveil to you the Legendary Collection theme deck. Look at this thing. Oh my God. I have been waiting for this theme deck for such a long time, and it is oh so beautiful. Let's see if I can get the camera to just put the focus on the deck for now. Oh my God. It's just so beautiful. I was gonna do a mail day, but this is too big for a mail day. So what I paid and what I think it's worth are two different things. What I paid for this is what I believe to be market right now, which is, I think, closer to $1,500, but I paid $1,675 for this deck, which I know it's a lot of money. It goes back on what I've said 2 weeks ago about saving money, not putting anything into Pokemon, but when an opportunity presents itself, these are the things that I'm willing to work with now. Is if I have a really good opportunity to buy something that I've wanted for a long time, that is one thing that I'm willing to continually make sacrifices on and make happen. Anyways, really big deal here. Definitely a big purchase for me. But at the same time, it marks coming close to an end to this chapter of my collection goals. I mean, I'll always collect theme decks, but in terms of how many I have left till I complete the entire Wizards of the Coast theme deck collection, I am short 2 decks. I am short 2 decks, and I have all of the Wizards of the Coast theme decks in my collection. And I have quite a lot of duplicates. This lava deck, actually, I have 4 more of these lava decks. They're open, but the boxes are in mint condition. And then I have one where I just have the deck, but I don't have the box. So I'm waiting to pick up another box to go with one of those decks. But guys, I've been collecting this deck, but I haven't found one sealed for a good price. Okay, so many things about this deck that I love. One, the colors of the deck, okay? That red, the firework action with the Legendary Collection style reverse hollow foiling on the deck. It just looks phenomenal. It is the best looking deck of all time. On top of that, the deck itself is flawless. We're gonna hit this with some harsh lighting, and you guys are gonna see that the box itself has no creases whatsoever. It is ridiculously clean. It is super, super clean. And this is the type of stuff, like, I would rather buy this than a bunch of modern stuff or stuff that's been hyped up right now. I would rather buy something that I really, really love and that I will always appreciate over something like that. Even if it means something that might not gain value or make money like this other stuff, that's not what collecting is about for me. Collecting for me has always been about finding new treasures, right? Finding stuff, and it will get higher and higher end. It doesn't always have to be that way. Sometimes you can collect stuff that's cheaper, but it's just a cool find. But yeah, this guy right here, I have wanted one of these for such a long time. The back, again, flawless. It's an absurdly good condition. It's an absurdly good condition. Now, big thing about this deck is that it has the Legendary Collection Charizard. That card can fetch a fat premium in a PSA 10. First off, I think it's like $1,500 to $2,000 in a PSA 10. It might be more than that. It might be like $5,000. I don't know. It's been a while since I looked at the Legendary Collection non-holo Charizard. So first off, this deck is this was the first and only deck ever back in the vintage days to come out with a deck that had Charizard in it. That had Charizard in it to begin with. On top of that, in this box, you'll find 61 coins, a Pokemon counter, damage counters, a rule book, and a card list. Additionally, you will find this total does not include the random foil card. You might think, well, Ryan, what kind of random foil card is in here? A reverse Legendary Collection foil card, okay? Now, there are some very valuable reverse Legendary Collection cards, okay? Charizard is one of them. There could literally be a Legendary Collection Charizard inside of this deck box. So these Legendary Collection deck boxes, whether it's Turmoil or Lava, and I think the Turmoil is a much better value, honestly, because you can still have an incredible reverse holo inside of the Turmoil deck. And I'll get that just for reference. I am only wearing boxers, so let me just slide. Okay. So this is an open copy. Oh wait, is this a sealed copy? I could have sworn I picked one of these up sealed. That must be the Evolution theme deck that I got not too long ago. But here is the Turmoil deck for reference, just so you guys know what I'm referencing. This one is not sealed, and I have a couple extra copies of this one as well. This one is open, but it gives you an idea of what they look like when they are next to each other as a pair. Absolutely stunning. But I do think this is a better value in terms of overall value, because you can still get any Legendary reverse holo. The Charizard, a big one, but also one in particular is the Gengar. The Gengar reverse holo from Legendary Collection is a super low pop Legendary Collection reverse holo. Very, very valuable, and you could easily pull that. So these decks kind of act as Legendary Collection booster packs in a way. The reason I say that is because no, you're not going to get the other uncommons or commons. No, you're not going to have the chance of a holo and a reverse, but the reverse is arguably why the prices of Legendary Collection booster packs and booster boxes are so expensive. So for me, I really like this theme deck because this theme deck not only represents a amazing time in the hobby and an amazing time for the artwork and the quality to detail in these things, but it also marks a time where you could get very premium cards in the theme decks, okay? Well, especially to today's standards with the price of reverse holos in these theme decks. The theme decks we have now don't really offer a lot, okay? The modern theme decks now, I wouldn't necessarily say are worth investing into or buying into or really collecting unless you really, really want to do it. There's so many theme decks now, it's kind of hard to keep track. I think honestly, like, collectible theme decks ended probably in black and white era, but I'm personally still collecting Sun and Moon stuff, XY era decks, black and white era decks. I'm just saying I don't know if they'll grow in collectability because they don't really offer a whole lot. But like even some of the older theme decks, like some of the Diamond and Pearl era stuff, okay, these I still think are collect worthy, investable, because they're nice and they're foil and they are just made very well. But a lot of the more modern stuff, like take this is a Sun and Moon Celestial Storm theme deck. It's got Swampert on it, but it doesn't really offer anything. I mean, it's got a cool texture, which it may end up, these slightly newer decks may appreciate at some point, but I just don't think these holo cracked ice cards are going to be enough to carry these products into the future. But I collect them here and there if they're super, super cheap and I can get a really good deal on them. But this is the stuff that makes me the happiest. I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible. This is one of my favorite things I have ever bought that I've gotten to show on this channel. It's honestly, it's not the slabbed cards that I've picked up. It's not gold stars. It's not crystals. It really is this lava theme deck. I love theme decks, and this deck in particular, it's been 4 years. I've been back in this hobby for 4 years now, and I have never seen a decent enough deal on this deck to actually pull the trigger. So I'm really excited about that. It's in mint condition. I'm so excited to have this as a part of my collection. And I really want to display it, honestly, with the booster box artworks, with Charizard, and then my first edition Charizard. Like, these two right here are where it's at, right here. First edition Charizard, Lava Legendary Collection theme deck. This is, I feel like I've made it in this hobby with these two things in my collection. I feel very grateful today. As well as my position in QS going up, and right now we're house hunting. It's just, everything is perfect timing right now, and I feel very blessed. I'm very excited to get to share all this stuff with you guys. Some of you might not care, maybe just are, maybe it sounds like I'm bragging about the stock finally doing well, but guys, I've been invested in that stock for over 3 years, and it really has not panned out how I wanted it to, okay? It was a huge risk and still is a huge risk, but at least now there's the foundation of PowerCo partnering with QuantumScape, and PowerCo is a very legitimate company, and that news being put out there is huge, and it's before the ER in the next like 2 weeks from now. There's gonna be an earnings call where they're gonna release more information maybe on the stock. This could be huge. This could just be the beginning of that run. So I'm really excited for that. And for the first time ever, like, I'm not gonna pitch it, but if you guys are looking for something to invest in that's more traditional, that's not necessarily Pokemon, this is what I'm doing. I am going all in on QuantumScape. I've already been all in on it, but this is just the validation that I needed to see today, to know that we have a good foundation, another partnership on the way. It paves the road for the future. Anyways, it's a stock that matters, in my opinion. It's not just something that you're gonna make money on. It's something that you're gonna feel good about, and it's something that you're gonna look back and feel smart about too, okay? Lithium ion technology is trash, y'all. It is trash, okay? Our phone batteries, our laptop batteries, even the current EV batteries that we have, the Tesla battery right now, the 4680, I believe, like, it's trash, it's terrible. And I love Tesla too. I was a big investor of Tesla years ago, but I think QuantumScape with Volkswagen, and now partnered with PowerCo as well, and several other automotive OEMs that have yet to be named. There's still so much behind the curtains with this company, and I think that's one thing that always kept me excited for the future, even when the stock price was down. But yeah, I'm ranting. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope this was an awesome video. And okay, one more thing. So the Legendary Collection theme decks, most of them are listed around $2,000 to $3,000. And I do feel like that's a fair asking, but at the same time, I think it's really worth around $1,500. And I didn't even get that for this one, right? I paid $1,675, which is still a decent chunk. It's about 15% more than what I think it's actually worth, but I wanted this for such a long time, and the only other person I know that's personally bought one of these paid around $1,700 or $1,800, so I felt really good about taking the $1,675 deal several years after the fact that I knew someone else bought one for around $1,700 or $1,800. And I would continue to buy this deck. I will always buy this deck if there's a decent price on it on eBay and it's in good condition. This is absolutely exceptional. Can we just take a look at this holo one more time, guys? I'm sorry, I am such a nerd for these theme decks, and they just look amazing. There's nothing else like it. They're just phenomenal. God. Man, dreams do come true. Dreams really come true. Honestly, there was a time where I thought I was never gonna find one of these for a decent price, and I was very close to overpaying on one. And while sometimes I do wish that instead of buying these, I would have just invested it in the stock market, or as I should say, into QuantumScape, because that's what I believe in most. It's good to diversify. I have no regrets as far as collecting Pokemon. There are just some things I wish I would have bought less of, decisions that I wish I could have changed. But we're always learning in this hobby, and that's something we talked a lot about in last night's stream. By the way, thank you guys for coming out in last night's stream. It was another awesome, epic late night stream, and we did pull an SIR last night. We opened $75 worth of products, not a lot. We didn't really do too much. We did some Crown Zenith, Scarlet Violet Base, and Silver Tempest booster bundle. And Crown Zenith, we didn't really get anything. We literally only got one Galarian Gallery card from Crown Zenith. And it was meh. The Colress's Experiment, we pulled that last night. And then from Silver Tempest, we pulled nada, zilch. I opened a Silver Tempest booster bundle and we got nothing. And then Scarlet Violet Base Blister. On the first pack, we pulled the Miriam to start the night. So that was a lot of fun last night. Thank you guys for coming out, having discussions, talking about the hobby. And I'm just super excited today. This was great news. A great new pickup for the collection. Anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next one. A lot of stuff we need to go over and talk about in the hobby, especially when it comes to Scarlet Violet, Modern, Twilight Masquerade. We'll be talking about that soon enough. Anyways, peace out, guys.